Hey guys, my name is Meads. Welcome to my channel. This is a Robot Damacy exclusive review of the Superbia GNX. Yep. And it's one of those kind of expensive kit. Well, it is actually very expensive for what it's worth in my opinion. But it's just a unique figure to have. And they always have this in this really, interesting box. I think the main purpose of this box is to protect the inside box for collectors out there, box collector. But for me, I guess it's just good to have a little extra protection. So let me just take this out. There we go. And let's see. Why is it blue? It's supposed to be purple. Let me fix that. Alright, so I'm looking at my camera right now and it's looking blue, but in reality it has that light purple color. So I don't know. I think it's just my camera. But despite that, you can see the artwork. It looks pretty cool. And I thought, did someone just draw the Superbia? And actually it's the photo of Superbia with the outline of paintbrush style, kind of like how they draw manga. And it's pretty cool and very interesting the way they designed this, and I actually like the box. The box is pretty cool. On the back, wait, it's the same style. But they do have other action poses, as you can see there, which are in black and white, giving you that ninja feel. And on top, not much. I think on the side you have the standing one. And the bottom, more info. But yeah, Tamashii Nations, Gundam 00, Side MS. Yeah, very interesting figure. So why don't we open this up? Alright, so inside, as I open it, there we go. And again, with the purple, there's just something weird with the purple. I'm looking in my camera and it looks like it has that Titan's color. And you do have this pamphlet. I think it has to do something with my automatic white balance. So this is just instructions. This piece of paper tells you what you can do, what you can swap out, and move the blade, switch out the foot, claw thingy, grappling. And yeah, I think that's about it. Let's put that away and pop this thing open. Alright, so here's Superbia. And I really wish it was my camera could pick up that really nice purple hue, but unfortunately it's blue, or maybe it is purple when you guys watch it. Who knows? It does have a really nice purple metallic right there on the core. It's actually kind of like that color, but it's flat, meaning it's not shiny and it's not metallic for the rest of the parts here. And another thing I noticed when I first popped it out is this unsightly nub marks. Someone assembled this, and why? Someone, or maybe a machine assembled this, but I'm thinking it might be just someone, because they're not mass producing this, or in terms of other figures. So actually that kind of makes me wonder, are these Robot Damacy assembled by hand or they're made by robots? It's always a interesting question. Well, I mean, other figures, you'll notice that they remove the nub marks. I mean, a robot can do that, or a machine on the assembly line, but putting it together, someone actually assembled this. Anyways, moving on with the review. You have a fairly good articulation with the neck. Not much up and down, but I guess that works. I found this really interesting. It looks like a GN drive or a GN condenser for the elbow, and this is probably my first GNX, so that's pretty cool. This is a little stiff when you first twist it, but since I already did, it goes smoothly. I think it has a little bit of double elbow joint. So I think the first one bends there, then you have a little bit more. It's pretty cool. And you have the blades that twist or moves forward, which you can swap out with a holding hand, which I will show in a bit. This is actually, I mean, you can take it out and put it in. Yep. And it's the same with the other side. Waist, fairly good, and I think you can bend forward. So that's a good ab bend. Side to side a little bit. Front skirt, side skirt, you can move them all individually. The back, this is actually from you see the box. Obviously you don't want to pack it, I mean put in a box like this, it's gonna take up so much space, that's why it's removable, but it just pegs in there. There's no action base to peg, but I think there's actually another connector that you can put underneath to allow you to post them, and I'll show that in a bit. Now let's move on to the knee. Knee is kind of interesting. It's kind of bent. Fairly good movement there. About a little bit over 90, and you can do a high kick, a side kick, and a back kick if you need to. This thing folds up. Kind of wish there's something there. It's kind of hollow. It's probably something I can add on, maybe a little thrusters underside. Actually, the front side, I don't know if I showed that, but there's a metallic gray or gunmetal. Now for the foot. The foot is kind of interesting. This is it's not a cloth yet. You actually have it's a part swapper, as you see in the illustration on the booklet, or not booklet, the paper for instructions. Let's see. You can actually move them separately. You have two toes. Ankle. Try to move the ankle. Just a little bit of ankle movement. I don't want to break it. You can actually take this out also. So that's kind of interesting. You can do that. Very cool. Alright, before we start doing part swapping, I just want to have a quick close-up look with the face. Alright, so here's the face. You have those 4 eyes. Here's the insignia. Again, really nice details. And that metallic core. And this is probably one of the cool posts that you can do. Just have him wrap his arms and just have the blade ready to shred. Yep. Pretty cool. So moving on with the hands, actually just take this out just to be safe. Actually, it's actually pretty cool. You can put it all the way out like that. And, well, it's gonna be a hindrance. So let's see what else I can... Nah, it's not gonna work. This just pops off. There's a ball joint right there. You can have the open hand. But let's try a different one. I like this one more. It's my first time using this hand, so it's a little stiff. Alright, so you have this. Again, he's a ninja. Could be doing some kind of ninjutsu. And let's see, I think that's that. Let me grab the other hand. Alright, the other hand, let's pop this off again. This one, this is the holding hand for this. I actually find it a little hard to put this on. It's always a little bit of a struggle because it wraps around. There's actually two. There's you have the fingernails and the armor that wraps around it. So let me try if I can put this thing on without much problem. There we go. I actually kind of pulled it apart a little bit, but if you're doing that, be careful. Although it is flexible, you don't want to break it. And put this thing back on and pop this into place. Let's see, pop it. There we go. Popped it. And there you go. You can have him wheeled, and again you have two pairs for all the hands. You have the closed fist, the holding one, the open palm, but this is only for the right hand. And let's do the same for the other one. Likewise, just remove this. It's a lot easier if you remove it. Okay, let's see. I think what I do is put in between the thumb and the fingers, like so, and then kind of just grasp it. There you go. I think that's how I would do it. And again, it helps if you kind of open it a little bit. Just use don't use your hobby knife. Maybe use a little bit of a small screwdriver. Definitely don't use your hobby knife, else you might cut off the fingers. There we go. Pop it there. Alright. So it's ready to dice in a different fashion. And let's see. Oh yeah, there's effect parts. And the effect parts I find kind of ridiculous. You're getting a small, pretty much a dagger, which just goes on top here. Like, what is that? I mean, it kind of gives you a balance, but I wish it was a bit bigger or longer. But I guess if you're holding a dagger, you want the versatility. You want something small or mid-range. You don't want it too long, else it's gonna hinder your movement. I just kind of find it a little weird. Actually, I kind of wish that you can combine this to that. You have a double edge. I'm not quite sure there's a name for that weapon, but I think that'll be cool if you can do that. Alright, I'm just gonna keep the weapons like that for now, and let's move on to the foot. Alright, for the foot, just pop this out. There we go. And push this in, like so. And again, be very careful. You cannot fold these fingers here. They're not designed. They're designed to be just open like that. This one, on the other hand, it does open up. So it's kind of confusing. You know, a little bit, but not quite. I think there's two tabs there that kind of pinch this plastic right here. So it does the same thing for here. And it snaps in place. Let's do the other side. So you can have like a crow or birds. Very interesting design. So now you have eagle claws or something. Alright, so why don't we put this on a base? Actually, let me put that on too. There we go. I think it just goes right here. There we go. Now I have a connector part. Any base will do, I suppose. There we go. And again, you can use an action base or any kind of action base you have. And there we go. That looks pretty cool. Actually, why don't we try the one with him clasping on a rod or something. I do have a Figma stand here and it works the same way. just clasped. And there we go. Actually, in hindsight, this is a bat. My mistake. It's, well, he kind of does represent a bat, and yeah. You have that wings. Pretty cool. You can display him like so. Alright, let's see if we can. Yep, you can make him stand sideways, or maybe spin him around. Yeah, again, a pretty cool gimmick, having the bat-like foot or feet. Actually, let's see if I can have him grab a mobile suit and before he dies him. Let's try to do that. Alright, so I have in this really interesting pose. So I actually have the GNX first, so I grab the foot, but for some weird reason I cannot have the weapon you get close enough. So this is the next best thing. Pretty much Superbia GNX is jumping from out of nowhere surprise gun cannon, and he's grabbing him from both arms, so he can't really do much, and just striking him right on the jugular. Yep, right there in his head. And well, he's a robot, but you know, it's gonna go straight to the cockpit. Either way, pilot's dead. And I think it's a cool gimmick. I am using a Figma stand, but it's the same if you use a Tamashi stage jack or an action base. Just make sure it's high enough. You want to do this awesome pose. And yeah, I think it's. I mean, I probably just skipped in this pose. It's really cool. I like this. And again, my thoughts on this figure. For one, the major contributing thing that which I probably can't recommend this is the price. It is quite expensive, in my opinion, for what you're getting. I mean, well, Robot Damashi is about what, $40-50 bucks? Is that the price range for one figure for Robot Damashi? But you might be looking around $80-90 for this, since this is an exclusive. So it's kind of like doubled, and it's not much in the figure itself. I mean, you're getting effect parts, that's swapping. I mean, the grappling part swapping gimmick, several hands. That's it. I wish there's more weapons or more gimmicks, but I guess sometimes, you know, just keep it simple. You know, I mean, pretty much the one of the highlights of this is the grappling foot right there, and the blades and the whole ninja look. But yeah, I really like this figure. Actually, yeah, I'm starting to, the more I play with it, the more I post it, the more I love it. So it's really up to you if you want to get this one. It's still readily available. You can check out Gundam Guy. I think he has it. I'm gonna post a link down below, or you can always check Yukata Web. That's where I got this from. I did get it a little bit more expensive since I pre-ordered it and had EMS shipping. EMS, yeah, you get it right away, but it's really freaking expensive. So anyways, that's it for my review. I hope you guys liked this one, and like as much as I did. So I think it's again, very cool figure, if you're willing to shell out the price. Yeah, I think that's it for my review. Hope you guys like it. So until then, this is Meads. Thank you for watching.